So speaking of kids, I have three daughters, a son, and then there's, I think, four or five women that I work with. So I have a lot of women in my life. My dog's a female. And when I was looking up the percentage of women that are board certified neurosurgeons, it was really shocking to me that only 5% are female, which is, it's crazy because I look back to high school and college, and I swear all the valedictorians and all the top of the class were women. So I just, it's really interesting to me. So I guess as a woman, what advice do you have for younger women out there going into medicine and maybe even those that are, looking at neurosurgery? What was your experience like, and what advice would you give to them?
Yeah, I think a lot of it is around who you're around and what role models you have and kind of your support system. And I just never had anyone that told me that I couldn't do anything. And like my mom, for example, I mean, she was in a very, unique profession at the time, and like in the early 90s, like there wasn't many female cops either. And she was actually like on the dive team, and she was a dispatcher too. So she just did a lot of things that was in a male dominated field. And she told me, you can do whatever you want to do. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. And so I think, I actually want to be a professional baseball player. That's what I wanted to be when I was little. But
that's how my daughter is. She's 7 right now, and I'm like, "Do you want to do softball?" She's like, "Nope, baseball."
Yeah. That's where I was. So I think just learning, and having that support system that where you don't feel like you can't do things is just so powerful growing up for young girls. And that's where I was at. And I never the physician I shadowed in high school, all my professors in college and role models, they were all guys because, like I said, there's not a lot of women in neurosurgery. So, and none of them, I mean, there may be a time or two where people said stuff to me, but, none of them ever discouraged me. And I think even in my training, like I was one of, I think, 3 women there in the entire training program. And it was, I mean, I never felt discriminated or otherwise. So I just think, you just got to have that mindset that you can do things that anybody else can. So that's it. Yeah.